Hello, welcome to Ed Media. Do you guys remember the hiatus for Season 2 of Inanimate Insanity? You know, that era where Season 2 was put on break for Season 3. Man, that sure felt a long while. And honestly, that era of Inanimate Insanity is so interesting to me. I remember first watching Inanimate Insanity and noticing their Season 2 wasn't finished either. But then, both shows ended up finishing their Season 2, well actually BFDI is close, but still. So today, I want to take a deeper look at how Season 2's hiatus and return was so damn impactful. So how was Inanimate Insanity Season 2 before it went on hiatus? Before the hiatus, episodes were releasing irregularly. Instead of the bi- or tri-monthly patterns we're used to now, this season would post an episode every year or every 2 years. However, that wasn't really an issue as the audience was used to it. And during this time, Inanimate Insanity really did feel like such a serious show, as the depression in this season was really growing as each episode progressed, and it really felt like no one had an issue with it. Each episode got better and better, I think everyone can agree on that. However, this really didn't fit the team's goal, as they wanted episodes to release more regularly. The show was building up a story. As each episode focused on character interactions and everyone's mental states, a story was building up about Mephone's confrontation against Steve Cobbs, as it seemed that he was gonna make his grand return against the show. Also, these aliens appeared right on the last episode that started the hiatus. Seems like they're gonna be pretty important to the story, as they were the ones that owned the egg fan had. Right before the hiatus, we had finally reached the final 4 of the season. Looks like it was suitcase, knife, baseball, and light bulb. That last episode was so impactful. We all know that episode 14 was the final episode for Season 2 for a long time, as after that, the team went silent as usual. However, on April 1st, they announced that Season 3 was here and that episode 15 would be later. And this, the Season 2 hiatus was here as Season 3 had ran its course. The reason for this hiatus has been explained already. The story was getting more serious and there was an immense pressure growing on the team, so they needed a break from the season and decided it would be best to make another season that can provide a return to the simpleness and competition-based total drama-esque season. So Season 3 was airing and of course it fed us, but people were still anticipating the return of Season 2. After all, the most recent episode was one that really peaked the season. We had a story growing, the return of Cobbs hinted, drama and depression at an all-time high, and being so close to the end with the final 4 here. So people were really anticipating the return of the season to find out who wins, and why the story presents. Season 3 sure did occupy us, but the hiatus sure did feel long, extremely long. That was until Season 3 ended. And as the episodes kept hinting and bringing up Season 2, the finale made sure to let us know that Season 2 not finishing was a huge conflict Mephone was facing. And the ending of the episode let us make sure that Mephone was ready to finish the season. And it was honestly a bittersweet ending. I loved it. It was finally time for Season 2's return. A short was uploaded advertising it, along with the announcement that the episode would premiere in meetups. Along with that, to celebrate the episode, a plushie of Taco was to be released alongside it, and hype was building up for the return of Season 2. It would release alongside a new BFDIA episode to really show that the second season of these shows were back and better than ever. So how was it? How was the episode? Did it recapture the feeling of Season 2? What did it change? To be honest, it feels straight like a Season 2 episode. Where BFDIA's return initially felt like it was trying too hard to recapture the energy of the season, II2's return did it effortlessly. And the episode was really good. The challenge was entertaining and Taco had a major focus and went full on villain, as the return of this season meant the return of songs, and she did a damn good job with Taco's tirade. The episode did a great job at showing the dynamic of this final 4 and all the development they went through, and seeing Paintbrush and Lightbulb reunite was beautiful. And we finally had our finalists, which was Suitcase and Knife. So how was the rest of Season 2? Well, actually the rest was a movie. Unlike BFDIA's return, we didn't really have much left when talking about the return of Inanimate Insanity Season 2. Well, the movie consisted of 3 episodes, so let's go over each of them. Episode 16 was the final challenge and began the plot of everyone getting erased and revealed the plot twist that everyone was created by Mephone 4. Episode 17 was when everyone sacrificed themselves to save the aliens, and episode 18 is where everyone came back and Mephone lost his generative abilities and everyone loved happily ever after. So while the return of Season 2 wasn't as long as BFDIA's return, it didn't need to be. The return of Season 2 was done easily and it was able to enhance the plot of the whole show. The return of Season 2 was important, it showed how the game can be torturous, and the reveal that everyone was created by Mifune was one that defined the return of Season 2. Season 2's return was my favorite era of inanimate insanity because this is when the revelation of the game began. The impact that the return of this season had was immaculate, that it changed the whole series. The return showed us the truth behind the game and finally finished the ongoing story along with the development of our final four. And that's it for this video. I wanted to take a look at the return of Season 2 and how it was impactful. I really enjoyed comparing the return of the Season 2's for both BFDI and II, but I really wanted to talk about Inanimate Insanity's return since it was show changing. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe por favor. Goodbye.